Have you got it?
It's recording.
Okay, guys. Stephen's surprise.
Look that direction.
Close your eyes!
Here we have Stephen's surprise already set up. He knows none of this. Well done.
There's the door. 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday! Here's your birthday badge.
He's good with little quicks.
Perfect.
Hey.
And you even have your own blower thing.
Greetings and salutations!
That's my line, bitch. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Alcoholic Avengers meeting, where it is Stephen's birthday. The man in the hot seat today.
Oh.
Hey! Happy birthday.
Birthday balloon!
Cheers.
Now before we start off, this was my idea
I'm
to
gonna get it
surprise Steve with this, but I have a secondary surprise. I have a card, just from me, because I'm an idiot, and then sign it from everyone else.
Yeah.
You have to open the card and read it,
Right.
and then we'll show a
Read
picture,
it out loud.
show a picture of the card when.
Alright.
Read it out loud.
Tequila Slammers, not nearly as much fun the next morning. Steve, happy birthday, pal. Hope my gift makes up for not being out this weekend, Mickey.
And this is my gift to you.
Oh, nice. Oh, I think I could have some fun with that.
I think that needs to be cracked open to shoot things.
Yeah.
So
Not the camera, obviously.
Not only does Steve have the silly string, a water gun, he's also got a gun with darts.
Yeah.
We have the Tequila Slammers,
Oh, it's a shame we don't have any snappers to tape onto the end of it.
Yeah.
and then that's that.
We've left the sellotape out because we're unprofessional.
Microphone. But don't worry, the skull is involved as well.
So you party house. It's fell apart. And yours isn't working.
It's got instructions.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. I'm assuming you just pull it back and put one of these in.
Yeah, probably there isn't a bit you pull back.
Yeah, there is. There is a bit.
It must be.
No.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
At the
Oh my god.
no, at the glass window.
If it smashes, it's gonna be
No,
fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that for the moment.
Tell you what, I'll do it that way.
Oh!
Misfire.
I've knocked the balloon off. That's a sensitive trigger.
Quite.
We're going to leave that.
Yeah,
That's
leave that.
that seems
Right.
dangerous.
Going back to Tequila Slammers, I mean, I'm 23 years of age and I still can't get used to them.
I've either enjoyed them, and I'm only 19.
I don't mind them.
I can easily
I've
do.
only had the one and our stomach is fine.
I can do suicide better than I can do Tequila Slammers.
Right, what we're going to do for this was a suggestion by Joe, so if Joe would like to explain the suggestion.
Okay, so initially I was thinking we should do a comedy roast of Steve for his birthday. However, I thought quite a lot of the time we're drunk and can't really remember anecdotes about him.
Says you. Well, actually, no, I
Put the water pistol down, Christopher!
shots fired.
So I then had the thought of we could make up stories about him. Complete fabrications. However, then I thought even further to a TV programme shown on the BBC that shall not be named. It's about...
It's about that!
I really wish I had
Well,
one.
I do apologise.
It's about people telling... It's about people telling stories about their lives, and the panels have to guess.
Oh, should I do three?
Have to guess
Well-
whether those stories are true or false.
False!
Miss.
It's it.
Good.
True
So,
or false, yeah.
in case you were distracted by us for that, because we're idiots and we've been given toys.
Why me? It's more me. It's my fault. I bought the water guns and I bought the silly string.
The aim of the game is Steve is going to tell a story, and and we have to decide whether he's telling us a real story that happened to him or a completely made-up story. And this is coming from people who know Steve. Oh, it's not you.
Yeah.
I'd be
So
impressed.
we would know if
You don't get the privilege.
he has to be clever here because we would know if it is something that he would do or something that he would not do. So,
Just try and see if you can put it in the comments before it said what you reckon.
right.
Alright, first story. I was shaking hands with a 4-time world champion kickboxer.
For those who don't know, Stephen here is a kickboxer.
A very professional one.
I'm going to say true to that.
4 times, you say?
Yeah.
Who was the champion kickboxer?
Alex Barrowman Jr.
Sounds credible.
I like how you've asked that even though we wouldn't bloody know what
Yeah,
that meant.
no, we're not in the kickboxing
In what
knowledge.
context were these handshakes done? Was it 4 times over a big period or 4 times in like one day?
No, it's
No,
one
he's
hand
with a
shot.
4 times.
Oh, with a 4 times. That's me getting it wrong. I'm not good with numbers.
Is astounding.
That's what happens when you get it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, if you get
Wrong.
it wrong, then he squirts you with silly string.
And on a war pistol.
Maybe not the water pistol because we will get mad. So I'm going to say true.
Right.
Yeah, I'll say true as well.
I'll say true to that as well.
Same.
Yep, it's true.
Yay!
The club I'm with hosted a essentially it's like a presentation evening, does it every year, and stood at the bar and just had a bit of a random chat with him.
There you go.
Well,
There's no celebrity.
Well, surely you must have got both on the subject of kickboxing. That's how it got started.
Well, considering the event was centered around our kickboxing club,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So in that case, then
Yes,
you're
yeah.
at Pottery Bar.
No. That felt weird.
Alright.
Next story.
My auntie released a professional music record on vinyl.
I'm saying false.
Now you say produced under a particular studio name?
Yeah.
That bit I couldn't tell you because I can't remember the exact details.
Right.
Now, when you say she produced it, is it a vinyl of her singing?
As in, she's involved with the artist.
Oh, she's involved in the artist. That's what I was getting
Yeah,
confuzzled about.
Yeah,
I was a bit like,
essentially it's her music that's on the...
I'm also going to say false.
Alright.
Well, I've got a question first.
Right.
How long was she with this producing company, roughly?
Not very long.
In that case, then I'm going to say false.
Right, Joe?
When? When did this happen?
I don't know the exact date.
You don't know the exact dates?
About past time.
Yeah.
Before
Do
you
you
were
know
born?
what? Yeah, before you were born.
Oh yeah, well before I was on the
So
scene.
we're on about the 70s maybe.
So what does
Produced on vinyl?
your
Oh,
aunt
yeah,
or your
but-
grandma?
Pardon?
Auntie.
Auntie. So what did your auntie do?
She produced it.
Yeah, but what did she do for a living?
music,
What did she do for a living?
I can't remember what genre exactly it was, but... Right, so is it all in agreement, all
Just-
false? Or...
No. I'm going to go with true.
Right.
Just because it's just that little bit.
Right, the people getting silly stringed.
Clyde!
Oh my god!
My auntie Ava was frontwoman for a band called The Weasels.
The Weasels.
Yep, they produced one album. I believe we do actually own a copy on vinyl as well.
Do we?
It was a tribute to the Wombles.
Not the Wurzels.
The
Oh,
Weasels.
a bit of both. Uncle Bulgaria chilling.
It was a band found by Harry Potter.
It's Wurzel Gummidge with oh, right here! Oh! You horrible man!
Sorry, bud. Oh! Legit.
Alright, back it in, Chris.
He said pack it in, Chris.
This is what happens when you get thrown with water pistols.
We did it on Pulp Fiction stars.
I think you mean Reservoir Dogs there.
No.
Yeah.
No, I was going for Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta.
Yeah, true.
Alright.
Just because like they walk into the room.
Oh,
where-
it's
not-
not
it's not Samuel L.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta.
Not in the stand-off scene.
No,
No.
this is when they're
No,
like...
no,
In
no.
Pulp Fiction.
No, just walk into some guy's house and then both of them just pull up their guns like that simultaneously.
Yeah.
That was all I was going at.
Am I speaking
what's the
English?
film? What was the film?
What?
I'm just trying to think of the film here, and it's about 2 Irish assassins. And they're all
In
pointing-
Bruges.
Yes, that's it.
I'm not sure if it was.
Is one of them Colin Farrell?
I don't think it was.
That's in Bruges. That's
It's like,
brilliant.
Oh, I love
Many
it,
Gables.
Bruges.
It's two brothers.
Oh.
No, not
so-
brothers.
Oh, I know what you mean. I haven't seen it, but it's on Netflix, on American Netflix. I know what you mean. I can't remember it now.
I can't remember the name myself, but yeah.
In Bruges is good.
I've never seen it.
In Bruges is weird.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a very strange but really, really good film.
You feel like you need to be on acid to watch it.
The fact that it references itself all the way through as well.
Oh yeah.
The AA means do not engage in the usage of drugs.
Alright, next one. I've met a guy who was in the In-Betweeners movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so I know a guy who starred in the In-Betweeners movie.
No, they can't all be real.
Now, this is the first one you're talking about.
Well, the first and the second, I was about saying people. Oh, hold on.
Now,
Is it
he's saying they were in the movie.
Alright,
Does not
alright.
mean it was one of the stars.
can you give us a hint? Can you give us a clue? Are they one of the main characters?
No, they weren't one of the main characters.
Right.
Ah, but was it then one of the women that they were chatting up?
No, this was a guy.
That's two hints.
It's Neil's dad.
No.
Is Neil in between?
No.
Is he not?
I don't know. I don't watch it.
No, neither do I.
You got that wrong.
No, he is. Neil's the tall one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
True
so
or
he
false?
was not one of the main guys, but he was in the movie.
So was he a supporting character or was he an extra?
Yeah.
For a brief scene.
For a very brief scene, or was he like dodging in and out?
One scene.
One scene then.
So
Was it the
more, more a cameo then?
Was it the
Sort
gay
of.
stripper who manages to give himself a blowjob?
Oh, what a fellatio.
No.
I get that.
Okay.
I'm
Why
gonna.
would you want to talk to him?
I'm gonna say false, just because I don't know enough of the details to make an assumption.
I'm going to say false as well.
I'm sticking with false.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I'm joining him on this one. It's false.
Ah.
Are you kidding me?
No, my friend Owen was on holiday.
You missed me. Thank you.
Where they were filming one of the scenes, and you can actually see him in the background of one of the shots.
Right, and what's he doing in particular?
He didn't actually realise he was being filmed at the time.
Oh, right!
Is it Owen Wildish?
No.
So at what point did he say,
Shout out to Owen Wildfish.
I'm in the movie?
Yeah, I met him when I went to a summer camp thing, and we did Two Truths and a Lie. That was one of the things he did.
Wow,
And that was one of the truths.
I'm impressed. Have you talked to him recently?
I haven't actually spoken to him in a while, so.
No, you
Right,
should have
I'm
reached
not
lower.
Right. So Joe's technically winning then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been keeping score.
Neither have I.
He's,
No, technically
you've all been
he's winning.
stringed.
I've been stringed once.
Once.
And we've been stringed twice.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Three
think
times a lady.
I think I'm already running out of string.
Well, then it turns to
In terms of war pistol.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Round 4.
Oh, okay, next story, please.
Right.
If you want, while you're thinking of a story, we can banter.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I have one interesting fact about Stephen. He's actually the world's greatest vampire slayer. If you've never seen a vampire, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna.
was a terrible joke the first time you told it. It
Yeah.
hasn't gotten better. And now you subjected the rest of the world to it!
I mean, where have you been?
Yeah,
You're thinking
you
about
know
it.
who didn't. That's why you should watch it for me. I like how they was out of the same packet, but they all produce a different.
I like how mine immediately broke. That's like an advert for erectile dysfunction.
Yours is just straight
Does,
out.
does your squeaker not squeak anymore? Mine does!
Just so we're aware, while the camera was paused, I actually immediately broke mine.
Yeah, all he did was blow it.
I think well,
All he did was put it in
I
his mouth.
literally went, and it just shot up like a rocket.
Yeah.
Shot its load straight away.
Alright, anyway. Alright, next one. Now, of you three, Mike is probably most likely to get this one.
What are you doing?
Flying into my mouth.
Alright, in
Ooh, yeah.
year 6, so last year of primary school, we had to do a project. I graded top of my class. True or false? So I was marked highest in my class for this project.
What was the project?
World War Two.
I'm gonna say true.
What did you cover in this project?
Operation Overlord.
We had to.
I'm
For those of us who don't know, what is Operation Overlord?
D-Day landings.
We had to produce. I'm going to stay out of this one because of
You know the answer.
how well I know the answer and stuff like that. We
Because
had to.
obviously that'll be
We had to
worse, isn't
produce a folder, like a A4 binder full of information. We went to France in year 6 to study World War Two. You could do extracurricular things you could do things out of school time. And I went with Josh Barrett to a war museum, and you just had to produce a folder. I think it had to be at least. There was a certain number of pages it had to be, but most of my pages were pictures.
And that's how you win.
Sorry,
I didn't win.
What year of school did you say this was again?
Last year of primary.
Last year of primary, so year 6, right?
I'm in
Okay. And you said you had a partner for it?
No.
No. He did it all himself.
No,
Everyone had
The
to
good
do.
big boy.
Everyone had to do it individually.
Yeah, I think the topic was World War Two, but each individual chose what aspect they wanted to
Like
study.
mine was machinery of World War Two, so I talked about planes, tanks, and automobiles.
What about machine guns? They're technically a machinery.
Yeah, but I stayed for more vehicle aspects.
Civilian,
Mechanic.
civilian machinery, really.
It's a big machine.
So, any more questions?
No, I'm going to say true on this one.
Mikey skipped.
No. Well, Mikey's disallowed this
It's
one.
very credible,
Hmm.
but I don't want to get silly stringed again.
I don't mind. I'm used to
What
having
are you
stuff.
gonna go with?
I'm going to say. I'm going to go with false. I think you might have been up there, but not quite top.
Chris?
Was this in the class or was this
In the class.
It was in the class. I didn't know it was in the whole year group. Or not.
I'm going to say true.
Ah! Oh, come on. So, okay, then who did excel then?
I was 2 marks behind first place.
Oh, so you came
See?
second.
He was close, but not quite.
Yes.
Guys, but no cigar. I'm running out of
So,
silly
if
string.
memory serves me right, first place went to, I can't remember who it was, but they did their project on, I believe it was the vehicles of World War II.
Yeah, they did a lot better than I did.
Yeah, it's completely empty now.
My vehicles were pretty shocking.
Did they talk about the doodle bag?
No, but I think I may have brought it up.
They talked about rockets as well, and I didn't do that. I talked about the Spitfire and a couple of tanks and maybe a motorbike, and that was about it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to move on to water gun now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So from now on, I believe we should all release our water guns to Steve,
Yeah.
and we need to remember whose is whose, and he gets to shoot us with our own water gun to make it all the more painful.
Yeah, put them in order.
So,
Alex, me.
You, Joe, me.
Yeah. Right, next story please, Stephen.
okay, let's have a think.
While Steve was thinking, like you mentioned before, me and Steve have known each other since about year 4, so we would have been.
It was about 5 or 6. We were years
Yeah,
old.
we were about 5 or 6, and we used to hang around each other's houses all the time. And one time, we had a sleepover around his house,
It was a fishing trip.
and I don't know if it was across being homesick or I just couldn't sleep, but I cried.
Wow.
I believe I generally cried, didn't I? And his mum had to come and comfort me because I felt really alone, even though I was lying sort of about 2 foot away from Steve in his bed. I was just lying in the bed, but I generally cried because I was like homesick.
Oh.
So you're into milk from an early age.
You're gonna cut that.
Yeah, please, by all means, cut that. You do really make the most random bit, yet most, like, offensive remarks.
Okay, I deserve that.
Remarks I've ever. I've never met a person like you to say the most random that has nothing to do with it, or you wouldn't even relate to it, and yet take that and
Make it filthy.
make it filthy, basically. So
Disgusting creature, Chris.
yeah.
Alright.
Whereas Mikey sat there putting white stuff into a bottle.
I've got white stuff stuck to my forehead.
I'm a
It should be
disgusting
stuck to a
creature.
girl's head. Oh! I probably deserve that.
Negative reinforcement.
Yeah, that was
I
inappropriate.
think it's inappropriate jokes. Get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, inappropriate
It's
now
not
we get
positive
squirted
reinforcement.
on.
Negative reinforcement.
Yeah,
So if
sort
every
of
time
bad
you
But
make
thing.
it's not negative reinforcement. It's a negative something else.
Is this to do with
Alright,
dogs?
Sheldon.
It's to do with dogs.
I retract my comment because I tried to feel smart.
You mentioned this
so
the other
here we
week
go.
with
Irish.
taking a piss out of him having his phone on vibrate.
Yeah.
The
Pavlovian response mechanism.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, it's to do with dogs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like they had it going on that every time they rang a bell, they also called their dog for
It's just
dinner.
air now.
So it got to a fact that every time that they rang this bell, the dog would start salivating, expecting dinner.
You see? Will it flames? Used only in well-vented areas, and 11% of mass of contents are flammable.
Out of interest, how well ventilated is this room?
As we've got everything shut and Mike's dead.
No smoking, do not breathe aerosol, keep away from the source of ignition. Do not make it flame.
Do you realise how ridiculous you look smoking?
Right, Steve, do you have another one before I die again?
Alright.
What round's this? 6?
I've lost count.
5 or 6.
Joe's winning. We know that much, and I think Joey's going to win.
He always wins.
Alright.
When we rewatch it later, every now and then we'll have to bring
I
up some
think
sort
we
of
should
scoreboard
go
or something.
to. If this is round 6, we'll go to 8.
Yeah.
And then just review with a bit of banter.
Yeah.
Anyway, next one. When I was younger, I gashed my leg so that I had a scar that ran from just above my ankle to just below my knee.
What was the cause of this accident?
Playing around with my granddad's farm equipment.
Okay.
And how old would you have been at the time?
About 5 or 6.
About 19.
Did you have to go to the hospital?
No.
Which leg?
It was my left.
Joey, poke it, see if it still hurts.
No, of course
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
So from your ankle to your knee.
Yeah. Roughly, you guys won't see, but from about that kind of.
Alright,
So
so
we're looking at about that.
About a foot.
I'm gonna say true.
Alright. Mikey?
Simply because I don't recall you saying this, I'm going to say false.
I'm gonna go with true. It sounds reasonable.
Sounds reasonable, but Stephen seems very responsible, so I'm going to say false.
I'm going to close my eyes so I don't know who squirts.
Yeah, everyone shut your eyes.
Alright, so just to confirm, Alex true,
Yes.
Mikey false.
Yes.
True.
False.
Yes!
I was on my granddad's trailer and I was helping him with some jobs and I started to jump off the back of the trailer and I caught my leg on a bit of metal that was sticking out from under it.
I've done that, but
So basically, as I came down, I essentially just caught my leg as on the way down.
oof. I've had that same sort of experience, but with added seawater. You notice that at the beach,
Better add that seawater.
they have those like wooden
Those little wave breaker things.
wave breakers.
What is that
I
called?
stupidly at a young age was balancing on them, and obviously because of they're in the sea constantly, they get rotted and
Salty.
not salty, but they get a type of like wildlife growing on them.
Mollusks.
Kelp, so something like that.
Seaweed moss.
And it's very sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mushrooms
yeah.
or something
No,
like
Yeah.
that.
it's a type of plant, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Sort of a type of lichen.
Yeah, like
Not
that.
a werewolf.
Obviously, I slipped due to the seaweed that had grown on it and just ripped that from like the ankles to the back of my legs, and that does. Definitely, the scars are still there now. I wasn't paid for a month.
When I was 5, I had a tree fall on my head.
What?
Was it a Christmas tree?
No.
I've actually had that.
My granddad and dad are tree surgeons, and they cut up a silver birch into lengths, and the way they had it, they had like a rolling bench that would roll and stop at the end with 2 pins, and they'd hit the pins and stop, and then they'd take it off and saw it into logs. The pins weren't in, and I was pretending to saw with a plastic saw, and it got it caught on the bark, slipped on whatever I stood on, and as I fell back I pulled it, and it rolled, and just went straight onto my head. And it would have been about a distance from, you can't see, but for these guys' purposes, from the top of that Jack Daniels thing on the fridge to the floor, a tree basically fell
That's got to be good.
Fell horizontal.
So you're looking probably about 6 foot.
6 foot.
Come on,
Yeah.
That's not 6 foot.
Well, I'm
Five
5
foot.
No, not the top of the tree. The top of the Jack Daniels.
Where the sign is.
On the fridge.
On the fridge, there's
Oh.
a fridge magnet.
You'd have been shit at finders keepers.
Yes.
I'd
and,
probably put that around sort of what, 5'7", 5'8"?
something like that. Probably.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and it fell on my head, and I don't remember what happened next, surprisingly. But apparently I was covered in blood, like literally my face was just all blood.
I dare say it probably broke your nose, didn't it?
My skull, say it's round like that, it bent my skull in like that, and apparently I was screaming, crying. I didn't go to the hospital because after the blood was wiped away, they realised it was just like a little bit of crack on the head sort of thing. And
Shit.
later on, I had to go to the hospital and get checked out afterwards, but at the time I didn't. And yeah, and I cried until my grandma came back with some chips and I stopped crying.
Food cures everything. Nice.
But yeah,
well, glad to hear that you're alright after
That
that.
happened to me. I've still got, and if we can get an X-ray of my head,
probably not.
probably not
Nah,
going to happen. But if we can,
Not for this.
If we can, I'll happily prove it. I still have silver birch bark imprinted on my skull because it hit with that much force. So my bone has got silver birch tree bark like imprinted on it.
You know, I always knew you were barking, man.
Hey!
Alright.
You've actually going to the doctors yesterday.
And some people said my ex-girlfriends were barking up the wrong tree.
Hey!
That damn silver birch. Its bark is worse than its bite.
Hey!
Alright,
Back to Steve.
alright, this next one. From when I fell over as a kid, I have a dent in my head, which you can actually feel.
That's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
You get hit by a tree and he has a dent in his head. Coincidence? Maybe.
I think not.
I think voodoo has something to play here.
Voodoo's voodoo. I don't believe in it.
Never hoodoo, voodoo, or voodoo's gonna hoodoo you.
Voodoo, you voodoo.
All the man with
bitch.
the power, all the power of voodoo, voodoo. Scooby-Doo.
So exactly how did this happen?
I tripped over the hose pipe onto the concrete slab.
Ooh.
Now that sounds believable, not because it's you, but it's just there's two factors of a garden. That sounds like you said that very quickly, so I'm going to say true.
Alright.
I'm with Mikey. I'm gonna say true.
I say true.
I say false. Ah, damn it.
Hey!
You know what, just for the sake of proof, about there, run your hand over that area there.
Like I joked.
Oh, yeah.
You won't be able to feel this, so we'll have to feel for you.
Feel that then.
It's a big dent.
While Steve is thinking of another one, I'm going to very quickly, because this is Joe's idea, and I know exactly what he's basing this on, and I'm sure many of you at home will. I've always wanted to play this game with someone asking a question like me saying something and you guys saying if it's true, so I'm just going to very quickly do one on my
Do
own.
your own version.
Until the age of 16, I was scared of my mum's Hoover.
Ooh.
Now this is Mikey, so I'm leaning towards true.
You can ask questions.
I have a
Okay.
vague feeling you
What-
told me about this before.
Yeah, but I probably have.
What was it that scared you about the Hoover?
The
It was the
Hoover,
noise.
the Hoover was the noise. The noise scared the shit out of me.
It wasn't how
It
big
wasn't,
it was. Or
It wasn't even. No, it wasn't. In fact, it was big enough, and the noise scared me because it didn't sound like a normal Hoover. It didn't sound like a. It sounded like a.
It sounds like a possessed Hoover.
And
So it
when
sounded a bit like
when
a-
I was hoovering, even if there was someone near me, and my mum said just hoover this up, I wouldn't hoover it up even if she was stood in the room and I knew it was a hoover, but I wouldn't do it.
That kind of just sounds a bit like laziness and an excuse.
In a sense, yeah.
Hoover that up. No, I'm scared.
Alright, anyway, last one.
That was true, by the way.
Oh, come on! I was going to say false.
That
That was 100% true.
Go on, give us a squirt. Might as well.
This bit.
Carry on.
This is on my nose now because it's giving my neck a rash.
Yeah, mine's starting to itch as well. Carry on.
This one's
I've
Stephen.
forgotten what I've lost my thought now.
Oh, well done, Mike.
We're not about hoovers anymore. If yours started reminding you of hoovers, that's.
Ah! I was waiting for that.
So what are we on now?
It's
This
last
is,
one,
this
this
is
is the last one.
final round. This is final round from
Don't you
Steve.
dare.
No.
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 Don't upset the helmet.
I didn't do anything!
It was
Don't
going
point that
to.
fucking thing at me, that's got some power behind it.
It does.
Put it on the table and you won't get squirted.
Good boy.
What's on this back?
Beer?
Right?
Do you think it's a new weapon? Put it on the ground.
Have some pedals. Some push bike pedals.
Right, come on. Final story.
Alright. I'm thinking of something that no one in this room would probably
Have a shotgun
know.
knife.
Yeah, I bought one for George as well. Actually.
As you do.
Viking doing?
But the Twiggies is brilliant.
Oh, sorry.
That's where I bought that canvas from.
I think that we might be cutting this bit out. Good one. Anyone else? Nah.
Nah, I'm good still.
To be honest, I'm not going to bother cutting that because that's. Joe, if I say Joe was a little more subtle. What than
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, they did.
Everyone.
Oh. Right. 8th and final round.
6.
8th.
Yeah, alright. Carry on, Stephen.
Final round.
At least we're assuming it's 8.
Oh no.
It's a
Final
number.
round. Might be 8, might be 6, might be 12. Don't really know.
Might even just be 4.
Could be 2. We could just have been talking a lot.
Yeah.
We do. Banter.
Alright.
Get on with it! Shut up.
Just bear in mind as well, he could be telling us a really outrageous lie.
It could be true.
How can an outrageous lie be true?
The statement is false.
Shut up, it hurts my brain. Assuming I have one.
Debatable. When you're ready.
Yeah, I know, I'm just thinking.
Just getting bored.
Tell you what, I've got one for you. Me and my ex-girlfriend, the only reason we got together was because I cheated in a video game.
Because you cheated in a video game.
Yep.
What video game?
Worms.
Worms.
How old
can
were
you
you?
cheat in Worms?
Yeah, how's that
I
possible?
can't actually remember how old we were when we got together. It was a while back.
How can you cheat in Worms?
Yeah,
What was the cheat? Did you just have good aim?
Down left, right, circle, circle.
No, because it was in Worms 4 Mayhem 3D. I told her that surrender was the parachute and parachute was the surrender.
Oh, that is uber cheating, that is.
That's not exactly cheating, that's just lying.
I'd say if she's a serious gamer like most gamer girls are, I dare say that's not the reason why she got with you.
Right.
I dare say that sparked interest, but that wasn't the sole reason, so I'm saying false.
Right. Mikey?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Alex and say false.
Jack?
Sorry, you said, had you been friends with her for a while? Yeah,
Yeah.
you had. Come back to me.
Alright, Chris?
Was she attractive at the time for whatever age you were?
For God's sake.
Yeah. In that case, then false.
Alright. Jack?
I'm going to go against these guys again.
Your theory.
True.
Ah!
Oh no.
Yep, essentially what happened was, I cheated on the game, which sparked essentially what was a play fighting, kind of getting a little close, and that's when we had our first kiss.
How old were you? Roughly.
I think I was about 13, 14.
Fair enough. Well, we don't know Steve as well as we thought.
Yeah.
And I've known him since year 4.
We're always too drunk
And
and the memories
yeah,
are gone.
I've known since a party where I was very, very drunk.
Yes.
I blacked out. That was the first time I ever blacked out, ladies and gentlemen, so yay me.
He also had a one-man mosh pit to Nirvana.
As
Yeah.
we have mentioned in previous podcasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, but if I was to choose to mosh out on a song by myself, I think that's a pretty damn good song to mosh out on. By yourself. You gotta admit. What would be a
Fucking hell.
It's not even loaded up.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
even-
yeah, but still, you don't point guns. Doesn't matter if it's a toy gun.
I don't even know where the darts would go.
Well,
I
down
shot
there.
one of there.
Well, anyway, but what for all of you, what would be a song that you would drunkenly get up and mosh by yourself on the dance floor? Would it Irish pop song for you?
I'd have to be very drunk.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you wouldn't be able to remember it.
Yeah, probably not.
Because I didn't remember it until Stephen told me.
For me, it wouldn't so much be moshing to, but
Dancing.
Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
Yeah, that's a good song. Good choice.
I'm thinking it'd be one of the Dread Crew of Oddwood tracks. probably like Meat, Bread, Wine, or Queen's Decree. I love Queen's Decree. I'd mosh to that.
That's a good song.
I'm intrigued at what Chris's is, because he's quite a mixed match person.
Sorry, I'm trying to see if we knocked the
Uh,
point.
My hat died. I don't really know. I mean, there's a few songs out there that I rather like, but I don't think there's.
Did it break?
I broke my elastic.
How's that possible? Yeah, it's not that big.
Now go sit in the corner.
Sorry.
Dude, your aim is shocking.
Let me help.
Oh, got silly string everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about song what I've watched to. I mean, one song that I'm liking quite a lot at the minute is.
Well, not really march to, just what you'd actually get on the dance floor.
Well, the obvious party songs like Cha Cha Slide.
Really?
Like
I wanna
Arena.
see if it'll-
Come on, I don't care how drunk I am.
Just
I would
put
not
one that's
actually
actually
be able
singing.
to get on the dance floor and do the cha 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 by myself.
I love the Cha
No,
Cha
it's
Slide.
follows.
I mean, it's a good song, don't get me wrong. Or Time Warp.
Time Warp's alright.
Right, as soon as we've played our game and we're kind of running out of things to say, we would just
Hello,
like
Gandalf.
to wish Steve a happy birthday.
Yes, a very happy birthday.
He had
And
no
many more.
idea that we did this.
Right.
And,
Literally, they said, sit in the other room while we set this up.
Yeah.
And I walked into.
Sit down, shut up, and let us do it.
and let's just say that we will hope that we are doing this again next year on his birthday.
But
we still will be doing this.
Yeah.
Fucking next year's the 21st, so. Oh god.
Hey!
I don't know what you're laughing about, but yours as well.
Yeah, you're right. Because you're due to turn 20 this year, aren't you?
It is, yeah.
I'm hitting 20 this year as well.
I'm 23.
Old man.
Am I?
I'm 30 in 2 years.
It's like a joke.
Am I? I'm hosting next week, I believe.
Yep.
You should be,
Yes.
yes.
I'm hosting next week. Now, next week, I'm really good at surprises. I'm not telling anyone that we're having a plan next week because
You've just told us.
You just told us we're not having a plan.
we're not having
Is
a
that your
plan.
plan?
We none of us
We're
know
only
that.
going to blow the bloody doors off. No. What's going to... Right, that nearly came out the other side. My thing for next week is not exactly a topic. My thing for next week will be a challenge.
Got it.
In that case, I must
all-
point out I won't actually be here for next week.
No, I
So
think.
maybe we could sort out where Mikey sends me the challenge as long as I don't tell anyone, and I try to set the benchmark.
Maybe.
Is it a food challenge? Then by all means, I'll do it.
Absolutely.
It might be, it might not be. It might be a drinking challenge, so I can win. But no, okay.
Are we putting a slap bet on this?
Oh yes, slap bet from the victor.
So,
One you're not to get involved in.
Oh,
yeah.
We should set the prize as slaps on you, really, shouldn't we, Chris?
Yes, when
We
you're
usually
next
do, don't we?
let's right, okay. Right, let's
Okay.
end this by giving Steve hip hip hooray 3 cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah? Who's going to go?
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Replacements!
Haha.